Detroit Lions have made all their selections for the 2022 NFL Draft. In this video, we're going to go over the players, do an overall grade, and give you a sense of what this roster looks like, what this team has the roster elevated to where the team potentially could win some more games. So we're going to get into all of that. But before we get into today's video, if you're the type of person who really enjoys taking your foot and just smashing it against a wall to stub your toe to where it's coming out and the bone's sticking out of it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because we took all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, man, you can hurt yourself. Also, make sure you take that like button with you and let the bad boy break. Let's get into today's Lions grades. We started this bad boy out by getting the stud from Michigan, Aidan Hutchinson. If you looked at last year, the Detroit Lions defensive line was absolute gutter cheeks. It was terrible, really bad. We could not get after the quarterback. Then we get the guy who I feel is the best one in all of the draft at number 2. You throw him on our defensive line, it's much better. The importance of getting after the pass rush is vital toward the whole football team. Why is that? Because you get to the quarterback, guess what? The linebacker's job just got a little bit easier. And if the quarterback throws the ball a little bit early, you can get turnovers in the secondary. It just trickles down. That's why it's really important to have these guys. And getting the best one that, matter of fact, he wants to be here is an absolute win. It's an absolute victory. And to me, when I look at this grade here, I'm giving this one a A+. I think it's an A+ for the Detroit Lions. He should have been to pick 1, but he picked 2. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your overall grade so far of the Detroit Lions draft? A, B, C, D, or F. You could do plus, you could do negative, you could do a bunch of pluses, whatever you want to do. I'm curious to see what your grades are. Let's go ahead and jump into the second pick that we got in round 1. We traded up from 32, went to the 12th pick. We basically gave up a third-round pick, and we swapped a second. When I initially seen this, I said incomplete, a C-ish. Because of the injury, I did not know the status of him. Guess what, folks? He said he's ready for training camp. So I have elevated my status of this grade, and I'm really excited to see this man on offense with DJ Chark, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown. This offense is going to be electrifying. We have not had an electrifying offense in a while since we've had Calvin Johnson and Golden Tate when it was really good. 2011 was the peak of great offense. It's been a while. Now we get Jameson Williams. It's going to get good. I'm not going to say it's going to be that great like 2011 where you're blowing it up, but it's going to be good. And that's what this Lions football team needs. So with the injury history, with like he's the number 1 wide receiver on the board, I'm going to give this a B+. I would go A or A-. Still, I want to see him on the field. It's one thing to say it, but I still want to see it. If he is starting week 1, or when he's healthy, it's going to be an A+ from there. I mean, you got to see the production on the field. But there's always that little bit of injury concern. Got to throw that out there. In the second round, pick 46, we got Josh Paschal, the edge. A lot of people did not like this pick. It was not a pick where you just got really excited and went crazy. It was another edge rusher. I get it. It reminds me of last year, Lee McNeil. We went Levi, then we go a Lee McNeil right afterwards. People were not too excited about the pick, but it was the right pick. Paschal, going to go on this defensive line and get after the quarterback. You can never have enough edge rushers. I like that. I like the fact that we're getting bulky. We're getting strong upon this defensive line. It's a good move in my opinion, and I have no problem at all for them doubling up on edge in this early, and I don't think anyone really should because we were bad in 2020, 19, 18, 20. Like, you just look back, we've been bad at getting after the quarterback. So I'm going to go and give this a B+ grade as well. No problem getting more of the pass rush. Now, my favorite pick for the player at the spot in this year's draft was pick 97. If you've seen my reaction to the live stream, I went nuts. Why? Because Kerby Joseph is a stud at safety, at a position of need. We needed safety in a big way. We've been hurting at that position for years. Tracy Walker needs help, and we get a guy who I felt like should have been drafted earlier. I would have considered him if we had picked 66 there. That's how much I liked him. Kerby Joseph is a ball hawk. He's a fantastic safety. It's a value pick, in my opinion. And it reminds me of a couple years ago when we got Amani Oruwariye in the 5th round. I had a second pick grade on him. We got him in the 5th round. That's my equivalent. I freaking love this pick. For the spot that you got him at, for the position that we needed safety, and this defense, I'm giving this one an A+. No doubt about it. It's an A+ for me. I love the pick. Folks, Chat Sports, watch my stuff, and I got to talk to these guys every single day. You got Tom Downey. You got all these individuals telling me, get those likes up. Smash that like button, folks. Let's get to 400 likes in this video. We've been talking about the draft for some time. It came here. Let's get this information out to the public who may not be following the Detroit Lions as much as the average viewer, so they can understand what is taking place here. Then in the 5th round, the Detroit Lions decide to go tight end James Mitchell. I know a lot of people side for this, but I've been talking about tight end in my mock drafts. Seems like every single mock draft I have to have a tight end in here. Why is that? Because we don't have a number 2 right now in this football team. Until now, we got James Mitchell. And TJ Hockenson has been injured quite a bit. And it was important to give, I think, if you're going to give Jared Goff this season to prove himself, to give him every weapon he could possibly get to help this team out for this year to prove himself. Now, James Mitchell, before he got injured, we already talked about his stats in a previous video, before he got injured was to be a round 3, high second round pick, or not high, low second round pick, 3rd round pick grade on him. He got injured. He fell Lions in the 5th round. It is a need. It is exactly what the Lions need to get. Is it a little bit of issue getting a injured player? Yeah, it is, but he's pretty much almost recovered fully, and I'm happy. He's not a number 1 guy. He's a number 2, so I'm going to give this one an A- grade. We needed a tight end in a big way, and I'm happy we got Mitchell here. Now, another really great value pick here was Malcolm Rodriguez. I talked about him previously on my channel. He is a playmaking linebacker. This guy gets turnovers and interceptions. He's a 3rd down linebacker. He can get and cover well in the middle. And if you've been watching the Detroit Lions for the past 3 years, the middle's been exposed horribly. Now we're going to get a guy who I think can help clog that hole. This is a developmental player, though. We're not going to see him. He's not a 3-down linebacker right off rip. That's not going to happen. People think he could potentially be safety. It's, it is. He's a universal player. He's developmental. But in the 6th round, 188, I love this pick. I absolutely do. We needed a linebacker. We needed a developmental guy. We got Alex Anzalone. We got Jared Davis. We got Derek. We needed to get a guy who can develop and be good in coverage. That's what he is. Another guy that we get, and we double up on linebacker here in round 6, 217. I love it. We needed competition at the linebacker position in a big way. This guy's a developmental guy. Not a lot to say other than it's going to make sure that this linebacking core gets the best players in it all the way. That's what we need, folks. We need to get better in competition. James Houston's going to do that, getting players that can compete at a high level and get the best out of each other. That's what competition is all about. That's what I approve. And look, when it comes to grade in this position, I'm not going to say it's A+, but I'm going to say this is a B+ move. Doubling up on linebackers, what the Lions need. But what you can also do is go to chatsports.com/LionsBet. That is BetUS. Put in the promo code Lions125, 125% deposit bonus. Bet on MLB, bet on some games, NBA. We also got the NFL coming in a couple months. Then we can start betting on that. It was, hey, it's coming quick, folks. That's just the what happens. I love it. And with the final pick in the Detroit Lions, 7th round, 237, we got Chase Lucas, cornerback, 6 foot here, 185. We were looking to get a cornerback. I've been telling you this all off season. Nothing to be early about. I was saying it would be a developmental guy. Why? Because the injuries to Jerry Jacobs, Melifonwu, Jeffrey Okudah, they wanted to get another body in there just in case if things go south, you have a guy that can help out. Chase Lucas, I think Eric Glenn could make him potentially a backup at some point, whether it be this year, and start to groom him like we did with Jerry Jacobs. Slowly, hopefully, we don't see Lucas play a lot starting on defense because that means there's injuries. Get him in special teams as well. That's what it's all about for the Detroit Lions. When it comes to final grades here, folks, when I look at all the players that the Detroit Lions went from beginning to end, I'm going to give this grade an A-. I loved it. I love the picks that the Lions went here. I wanted them to get a quarterback as a backup role. Guess what? Potentially we can pick somebody as an undrafted free agent and they can help compete. That's a possibility. Hopefully they do that because we do need competition against Tim Boyle and David Blau. That's my negative there. But we filled every single hole other than pretty much quarterback. We really did. If you wanted defense, this was a defensive draft. No doubt about it. Linebackers, safety, corner, and edges. You got it. We got a backup tight end and a wide receiver. You wanted defense, the defense came. In the upcoming videos, we've got videos dropping literally every single day, so expect that. Also, we got the One Pride podcast comes back on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you guys there hit the notification bell so you don't miss out. Subscribe to Lions Nation Unite. We're getting that channel rolling. It's made by Herman Moore for you Lions fans. And that's what, hey, we bring in this pride, and that's what it's all about, folks. Adios.
Perfect.